How's it going, guys? Chandler here with Rise Magic, and today I have another troubleshooting tutorial for you, and that is on the pinky count sleight of hand move. Now, I want to clarify that this video is really just about the pinky count, how to do it, how to troubleshoot it. If you ever struggle with it, this is the video for you. But this isn't a complete breakdown on how to use double lifts and how to use them in Magic. If you want to see a whole video on double lifts, Grant made one a couple years ago that I will link in the description. This is about the pinky count. And the pinky count is a way to achieve a double lift in a very, very clean manner. You use one hand, you get your double lift ready, you can do a double lift with ease. And actually, this move, a lot of people, they spend a long time mastering it, but in my opinion, it's not that hard for how much I see people struggling with it. My finger positioning is a little bit different than other people that I've seen with how I do mine, but maybe that'll help some of you guys out there who are struggling with it, like I was, like everybody is when they first learn something. And now, after years and years and years of doing it, hopefully I can give you guys some advice on how to make yours better or how you can learn it for the first time. I'll explain it right now. Actually, one more quick note here before we get started. If you've performed Magic a lot, you know that every once in a while there'll be a heckler, there'll be someone in the spectators, in the crowd, who knows just a little bit. They know just a little bit too much, and they might know about the concept of a double lift in their head. They might not know it's called a double lift, but they know that sometimes you can pick up two cards and make it look like one, and that's how you achieve lots of your stuff. That's where learning the pinky count comes in clutch, because like almost everybody who starts out, we all start out doing the riffle up double lift, where you riffle up from the back, get your break, and turn over, where you use two hands. That will work on the majority of people. It's sloppy, it's beginner, but it will work on the majority of people. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, it'll work. But the pinky count makes your Magic much more clean and much more bulletproof, so that if you are in a situation where someone's looking very close, you can be as clean and discreet as possible. All right, that's why you should learn it. Now let's learn it. First things first, the most important and best part about a pinky count is it's done with just one hand. This means you can gesture with the other hand to distract from it, but ideally, you don't want anyone looking at this. But if someone does happen to look, they're most likely not gonna see it because it's so subtle. All I do to do mine is I take my pointer finger up here, I bring it to the side of the deck, I take my pinky down here, bring it to the side of the deck, and this is the grip that I do my pinky count in. I'll remove my middle and ring from the side of the deck so you can see. I push off a little bit so that there's a bevel running down the side of the deck. And basically what a pinky count is your pinky can do this riffle down the side, the bottom right corner of the deck. But this riffle that I'm doing with my thumb right here is being done by the pinky. Now, your pinky isn't gonna just riffle like this naturally, all right? That type of fine dexterity only comes with training. And I do think the best way to do that training is to do this riffling motion like you see here. So take your pinky and run it down the side of the deck. My camera keeps putting a facial recognition focus on this pumpkin, and this is getting insane. I gotta have to turn around. Sorry guys, sorry for the Halloween theme. So basically my grip is this, all four fingers on the right side and my thumb over here, but the only three fingers that are being used are my pointer and thumb, and then my pinky to riffle it. Now, other people do this differently to get that bevel right there, but I found the best way to do it is have my thumb on the top, my pointer finger on the top right, and basically with all fingers removed, you kind of push down with your pointer finger. And when you see what happens when you push down with that pointer finger, that the cards kind of like almost start fanning that direction. Now, as you get better and better at the pinky count, you're not gonna need that much of a bevel, right? So when you're first starting out, you're gonna wanna have like an exaggerated one that you can really riffle each one down, right? But as you get better, you're not gonna need a big one to get your two cards just like that. Now here's the order in which you wanna practice things. As you can see here, this is how I normally hold a deck of cards. Get your pointer on top, pinky on bottom, ring middle on the right side, and then thumb on the left. This is how I hold a deck of cards, but you're gonna wanna practice getting into the position that you do your pinky count in. In my case, it's that. So once you can get from your normal grip to how you're gonna do your pinky count, you do that slight bevel, and like I said, you wanna sit here and practice riffling down all the way to the bottom. I'm holding it with my thumb and pointer, and I'm riffling just all the way to the bottom with my pinky. You want to get that pinky strong. And something that's really helpful to do is once you're building up that pinky dexterity, like that, and just reaching back and riffling back the deck. What you want to do once you get that dexterity to bring the pinky up there is start fine-tuning that dexterity. So, you get your cards up here, you're going to have a bigger bevel to start off. Bring your pinky up, and what I want you to do is try and have the most controlled riffle possible. And that means doing it as slow as possible. So you do 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, 4 cards, 5 cards, and just riffle down the whole deck, one by one, and see how far you can get going one by one. Obviously, you're never going to do a 10-card lift going down there, all right? But it is helpful for training that dexterity so that when you need to, you can get to immediately. So those are the steps. You go here, you practice just riffling down to get that your pinky used to that motion. Then you want to get your fine motor control, just doing one at a time as you go down. You can see just letting one off at a time. When you constantly practice and combine those two, it should be no problem just to easily riffle off 2 cards just like that at a moment's notice. I really have to sneak in my right hand there to do the turnover, but really, 2 cards and you're good to go. Like I said at the beginning, a lot of people do their pinky count a little bit different than me. Some people keep their hands in this position, and some people use all 3 of these fingers to kind of riffle off cards. Some people do move the pointer like this with me. I just think that in terms of getting that bevel, the best way to get that bevel in one hand is to only be holding the cards like this with your thumb and pointer. And then when you kind of push downward with that pointer finger, you can see that the whole pad of my pointer finger is what's making this bevel that makes it so easy to riffle down the side of this. Now, I would never do a pinky count with this big of a bevel. That's just for training purposes. So you get the bevel with these 2 fingers, you reach up, you get that dexterity down, you practice that motion like you're lifting weights. Your pinky's gonna start hurting. It's gonna take a while to get it down. Once you get that part down, that's when you go for the fine tuning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One by one as you go through the deck. Once you've trained and got that dexterity down and the training, it should be very easy for you to just get 2 cards right away and have your double lift ready to go at all times. Everyone learns at a different pace, and this troubleshooting series is to help people who have struggled with the move in the past. So seriously, once you do those 3 moves, you should be graduating to the point where you can just get ready and get 2 cards ready. As you can see, that's 2 cards right there. I wouldn't even, that's exaggerated to show you. It's more like resting like that when it's ready to be turned over. You can see that small break, reach over, grab it, turn it over, put it in the middle. No, my focus. And then it comes right back up to the top. We all know that. Get it ready. 1, 2. Turn it over, put it into the middle, to the top. All right, guys, that is how I do the pinky count and my tips on it. Like I said, I do know I do it a little bit differently than most people, but it still gets the job done just as clean. So maybe you want to do it like me, or you want to do it like other people. It's not going to offend me. I'm just out here trying to help you guys clean up your card magic. Okay, now that that's over, if you have not entered the Rise Reel yet with your deck of Rise playing cards, please do so. This video is going to be sick. I'm pulling out all the stops and editing it, and I really want you to be a part of it. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, and you have a deck of Rise playing cards, basically you just submit a video to me, I take it and edit into this big montage with everybody who has Rise playing cards. I'll leave the video that explains the whole concept and thing in the description below. I would really want you to be a part of it because you're gonna get in no matter what, so you may as well submit a video. All right, that's it, but there is one huge announcement that I have coming in the next couple of weeks. I really want to say it now, but I'll have to keep that one under wraps for just a little bit longer. Let me know if you have any predictions for what that life-changing announcement could be. Like, it'll seriously change the future of this channel forever. I'm so excited to share it, but it's just a little too soon, so I'm just teasing you. Goodbye.